High School, and the weather, the temperature is above zero, and we're going to have some basketball tonight. We're at South High School, and De Pere is coming to town. They're going to play the Red Wings tonight. It should be an interesting battle, Chris. I know we talked about this over the years. When you get near the end of the season, you want to start to play better and get yourselves ready for tournament action. That's the case tonight.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, this isn't your older brother's De Pere. This is a basketball team that's coming down here that's kind of in the middle of the back. Normally when you talk about De Pere, they're always up in the upper echelon, either first, second, or third, but their team's coming in here at 500, and they're a big team, but I'm expecting South, or hoping South at home, you know, to play well against them.
Brad Neese is their big guy. He goes 6'7". He averages just under 17 points a game. And he's a big-time rebounder, too, just under 8 rebounds per game. So he's going to be a force that South is going to have to control tonight.
Well, I've been thinking about it, all day. He's second in the league in rebounds, and it goes back to our kid that we talked about at South against, or throw it back to the other side, Marcel Drone. He's going to stay out of foul trouble. And this is a big kid, and, 6'7", and Drone has a tendency to get into foul trouble, and he can't do that tonight against this big, taller Red Wing team. I would expect maybe, just possibly, that the Red Wings maybe will pack it in a little bit, force De Pere to shoot from the outside, and maybe that'll keep Neese, not so much, in with his inside game or that. But it also goes back to the fact you're going to have 5 guys rebound for the Red Wings.
One of the things in going over the stats for tonight's game is I noticed quite a few players for De Pere are averaging around two assists a game, and that may not sound like much, but it tells me they're a pretty good passing team from various players.
Well, and deep, too. They got a bunch of guys that can do a variety of things, and they're deep, and they got a lot of kids that can play, which De Pere's always kind of sort of had, but, I haven't seen De Pere play this year, and, I do follow them quite a bit, and it's just shocking a little bit of some of the scores. I mean, they did manhandle South pretty good the first time up at their place, but it's always tougher to play on the road, and, for South, they just got to play a consistent basketball game. I know it sounds pretty obvious, but they just got to find more guys to score. I mean, we've talked about it since we started in December, is we need somebody besides Josh Kovac to score and with consistency, and it seems like South goes into a lot of droughts, and with shooting too, that doesn't help.
Josh Kovac, congratulations to him for breaking the South High scoring record, and he's a good one. I mean, he can score from all over the place. He's averaging just under 24 points a game, 23-8, and that's up a little bit from earlier in the season. But what I have noticed on the downside from what you just mentioned is that what's happening is the other players, the guys you want to get some support from, their averages have all gone down in terms of scoring. The only one that's picked it up a little bit is Marcel Drone, and that's partly a product of playing more.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. Larson has got to, get some points in there a little bit, or, Krugel or something has got to get some score. Other people have got to score for South to be successful. I mean, Josh is, I think, number 34 in the state of scoring, which is terrific, and good for Coach Shaw. He'll be back next year, too, which is hard to believe. Like I said, I think he's a sixth-year senior, just in his junior season, but, it is going to find extra support.
Is he a red shirt?
Well, I don't. No, he can't. He's too smart. That's the problem. But, Marty's right. They're just, you got it. It's every time we come to South, who else is going to get some balance to that scoring? And maybe it'll be Drone again. Like you said, he's picked up his stuff, his average as well.
Well, we're going to find all that out. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem, the starting lineups, and the tip-off for tonight's basketball game.
Today, I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey guys, how are you today?
Good.
I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I bring the Halo world to life.
Is that you?
That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
South High School, tonight's varsity matchup features the visiting De Pere Redbirds against your
more.
Lifelong values. Sportsmanship is one such value that makes this game an educational experience. The Fox River Classic Conference stresses sportsmanship as a goal, an expectation for all in attendance at tonight's game. Please remember to sport a winning attitude by cheering positively for your own team. And now to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask that you stand if you are able. Please remove your hats and headwear. Place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. And now for the starting lineups. First, for the De Pere Redbirds, junior number 2, Jake Kingsinger. Senior number 11, Mason Ellis. Junior number 20, Ethan Hoho. Junior number 22, Ben Bastian. And senior number 35, Brad Neese. Head coach, Brian Winchester. Assistants, Brian Babinski, Brian Pritzel, and Guy Ruthmendorfer. And now for your starting lineups for your South High Red Wings. Senior number 1, Austin Belt. Junior number 3, Josh Govak. Junior number 5, Jake Marver. Sophomore number 11, Marcel Drone. And senior number 20, Nick Larson. Head coach, Jesse Shaw. Assistants Jeff Risto, Jeff Nicholson. Manager Ariana Fessel. The officials for tonight's game, Justin Nichols, Pat Pankratz, and Brian Ulness. Our official scorer, Tim Irick. These individuals are registered by the WIAA. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. From Aurora Sports Health, Melissa Wood. Our game supervisor, Todd Tudis.
We know Brian Ulness, Chris, he's an umpire. See him a lot during the spring. And we're set to go. South controls the tap, and they'll be going to our right. Pier in a man-to-man defense. You gotta imagine that Govek's defender is gonna get a lot of help. That defender is Jake Kinziger.
Yeah, another thing is,
there's the help right there.
I was also thinking last time South only scored 41 points, so the Pier really smothered them. So I was curious how they're gonna come out today.
Drone's gonna have a hard time getting shots off against the taller Nice. A good catch that time by Govek off a errant pass. His 13-footer is down.
Second in the league in scoring, 34th in the state. Josh Govek, junior, number 3. And they're in that zone, Marty.
Yes, they are. Right inside the Nice, and his little hook shot is no good. Drone with a rebound. He leads the Red Wings in that department. He's averaging 6.2 a game.
Oh, that was a... Try to figure out, is that a good defensive stand or good offensive stand the last time South was down here, because it took over a minute.
Drone got the shot off. It wasn't necessarily a real good one, but didn't go in. Pier has it. They're down 2-0. 3 ball is up and good by Kinziger.
Just pushed it into the...
Yeah, he didn't look real smooth on that, but it went in.
Just his 6th on the year.
Oh, errant pass goes off the hand of Austin Belt. Wasn't that bad of a pass. He's sliding down into the post area. He was up on top there for a little bit. So they're rotating their postmen. Kinziger, no good. Belt with the rebound. Good hustle by Austin to get that on the baseline. Rolling down to the 15-minute mark. Govek from 14 nails it. He's 2 for 2 on the night.
Nice little elbow shot there.
Mason Ellis, number 11, scooting underneath the basket, is a senior, and throws it right out of bounds. He wanted to throw it to Kinziger. Kinziger turned and went to the other side, never saw the pass coming towards him. Rare mistake by the Redbirds.
Nice skip pass. Got to shoot that.
Rainbow 3 is no good. Drone with a rebound, tried to get it up, but he's fouled. He'll be at the line shooting a pair.
That was a great skip pass to Larson. Larson just couldn't get it to go. And again, good effort by Drone to get that offensive rebound.
Foul goes on Nice.
He's just 45% from the free throw line, Marty.
Don't tell anybody.
That's tough to watch the Badgers shoot free throws, Marty.
Well, I know. Even the good guys like Trice and Davidson and Pritzel once in a while has been missing them too lately. A 1-for-2 trip is actually pretty successful for Marson. Marcel, pardon me.
Trouble. See what happens is South's defense just gets too carried up front to the towards the midcourt line, which leaves the baseline open, and that's you got to stay back if you're going to play in that zone.
That white line that goes across the lane is actually the baseline for the volleyball court end line, and that's where you want to stay behind, right? Oh, Govek lost the dribble. Kinzinger takes it all the way for an easy layup. Kinzinger's got 5 points, and we're tied at 5. Govek gets fouled. I think that foul is going to go on Will Dean. Kinzinger.
Second team to the line, Josh Govek.
Govek will be shooting a pair.
Now on the other side,
he's pretty good.
86%, real good.
So far, Chris, you'd have to say South is playing a real nice basketball game.
Yep, they're controlling tempo. Don't like those turnovers. Oh, Josh. And as long as they don't get too high, like you mentioned, that line on that volleyball court, like where Marcel is now, that's way too, see? That's, you just...
Nice missed the first attempt, but he got the rebound, put it up and in, and he's fouled. That was a bad mistake.
Well, again, we mentioned it before. You can't get so high on your zone as it leaves the baseline open, and you got a 6-7 house coming down there.
Our viewers have a real good reference point to that white line that goes across the lane. That's where you want to stay underneath that.
The pier with a little trap. They're quick, Marty.
Larson with a deep three, and he nothing but the bottom of the net. That was a dandy.
His 23rd on the season, leads the team. I would think that Josh Govek does, but when I looked at the stats today, and I was a little surprised by that.
South in a man-to-man defense.
Oh, nice switch by them. Don't have to do it every time, but...
Drone is on Nice. That's a good matchup. Good cutoff of the baseline. But Nice just a little too tall, got the shot up and over Marcel.
Yeah, and he created a little space for himself as well.
Little give and go action. The shot was blocked. Govek had it tipped away from him.
For Depeer, number 11, Mason Ellis.
Ellis coming in for Kinzinger.
Checking in for South, 14, Lars Krugel.
Depeer, another young squad, just 3 seniors. South with just 3 as well.
Krugel and Fisher check in for the Red Wings. And we get a whistle underneath.
Calling a belt.
Fouls on number 1, Austin Belt, first personal.
You look at the league, the teams that are at the top, Southwest and Sheboygan North with 1 loss, they're all like seniors. And the rest of the league seems all pretty young.
Speaking of Southwest and North being at the top, we're going to have, that'll be our next game on Tuesday night. So you fans will want to tune in for that. Good cut through by Ellis, and he puts it up and in. Nice pass from Nice.
Ellis.
Nice teamwork by the Redbirds on that basket, and South down 2.
Yeah, Southwest lost the other day to Ashwaubenon. It was in 6th in the league.
That's an upset.
Yeah, Southwest was ranked number 2 in Division 2. for that loss. Nicolay is by far the best Division II, if not the best team in the state. 2 Division I players at Nicolay, one in the top 5, I think, in the country. And
Isn't that your alma mater?
Nope. Out to Homestead, they're ranked in the top 10. Division I.
Pierre continuing to apply the pressure, and a good feed inside to Marcel Drone, and then he gets fouled.
Fouls on number 35, Brad Neese, second personal.
Neese picks up his second. It'll be interesting to see. He's right out of the ball game.
And that turns the tie. We talked about Drone not getting in foul trouble. We didn't talk about what if Neese gets into foul trouble. Oh, there's another foul.
Ellis is going to pick up the foul, I believe that is underneath there.
Number 34.
Nope.
Kiwan Vengrowski to the line, number 11.
Vengrowski picking up the foul. He was just in the ball game. Now Marcel's back at the line. See if he can do a little better than his 1 for 2 last time. Well, let's hope he does at least 1 for 2.
He's got such big hands, Marty. Ball just kind of, for you and me, it's like throwing up a tennis ball.
Right. South in their trapping defense gives up a corner shot. No good, but Marcel Drone with the rebound. Bennett Spaeth missing that. Shot by Govek is no good. Pierre comes away with it. Ellis shoots and scores. 4-point lead now for DePere. That's not a good play right there, Chris. Lars dribbling with his head down, but Drone gets the pass and lays it up and in.
Wonder if this Bennett Spaeth is related to all the other Spaeth.
I'm pretty sure it is, Chris.
Yeah, they have
Sheboygan ties. Us thinking alike is dangerous.
Once again, I don't like Fisher where he's playing. He's in trouble. Too high on that zone. Almost got beat on that. Sink, sink.
They're going to get an over the back on Fisher, I believe.
Falls on number 33, Colin Fisher. Checking in for DePere, number 2, Jake Kinzinger. And number 22, Ben Baston.
Kinzinger and Baston
First
back
personal,
in.
Fifth, third team foul.
South in a more traditional zone right now on that inbounds. A lot of teams seem to go to that, Chris, on an inbounds play, go to a zone defense instead of sticking with the man-to-man. Shot from just outside the line is no good by Ho-Ho. Pace is where South wants it. Chris mentioned that before. Marcel Drone driving down the lane. And see if they call it a block or a charge. It looks like it's going to be a blocking foul.
Fouls on number 34, Kawan Vengrowski. Second personal.
Vengrowski picking up his second foul.
Andrews. Sixth
And he comes out.
Boy, everything's working well for South. But you look at the scoreboard and they're down.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you.
Well, part of the problem is you got, what do they have, 4 missed free throws?
That's, they've hit 2 out of 6.
And 4 turnovers. But, boy, you're getting DePere in foul trouble. Playing pretty good defense. That or De Pere's not making baskets, I guess you could say.
Well, they don't need to guard Marcel very close when he's outside the three-point line.
No. Except you do worry about him on dribble drive, so you just take a step back, like you said.
Colin Fisher's shot is no good. And referees looking at each other for a little bit of help, and the outside official
number 23,
called it right away,
Adams.
going South's way.
Good for him to do it, too.
And drone comes out. Zach Adams in, seeing his first action tonight.
Another sophomore.
Not very good passing there.
Don't do too much, Josh. Let the game come to you.
Good defense that time by Kinzinger.
He's quick. He's a good matchup against Josh.
South having trouble finding a shot on this possession. Good cut by Govek. They found him way too late. His turn jumper rolls off. Ellis comes away with the rebound for De Pere. Rolling down to the 8-minute mark of the first half. It's been pretty quick. Three ball is way off the mark by Baston. Govek threw it up there, not a good shot. Shot is blocked. Belt's shot is blocked, and they're going to get a foul on De Pere. Belt will be at the line shooting two.
Fouls on number 22, Ben Baston. To the line, number 1.
Well, at first I thought he was going to take it out. Instead, he...
Belt hitting just over, well, 55%. See if he can make a pair.
Checking in, Nick Larson, Elliot Petta for South. For De Pere, number 4, Will
South
Dean.
4-9, 3-7 in league. For their win the other day against Notre Dame, they had lost 7 of the last 8.
Couldn't get that one to go.
Gosh. That's one you're going to want to have back. You know, all these missed free throws, you could talk about that. It's only the first half, but I believe that's their 5th.
Check that white line on the in the lane there, fans. And when South is above that line, it's not a good thing for their defense. Grabbing the rebound that time was Elliot Petton.
Patience, patience, patience. Be strong with the ball.
Krugel
Nice.
driving to the hoop and scores.
That was real nice, Marty.
South back in the zone. Three-point attempt is up and good by Will Dean. That's the second three-point basket by the Redbirds. Adams lost the ball. Turnover by him. Dean again. Couldn't get 2 in a row. Belt comes away with the rebound.
And again, South down by a deuce.
Another big possession by Sheboygan, their top scorer, the guy they depend on, Josh Govek, not in the ball game. And Ellis showing good quickness, but he's going to be caught with the foul.
Fouls on number 11, Mason Ellis. First personal, 8th team foul. To the line, number 2, Elliot Petton.
Petton. We have the 1-and-1, Chris. He's got to make this one to get the next.
Doesn't get a lot of playing time, Marty.
Nothing but net on that one.
Helps the cause here. Got to make your free throws, boys.
It's going to be the 10th free throw of the half, and they've only made 4. You can crawl up to 500 with a make here. We're all tied with 6:18 left. Got the text, Jane. Thank you for letting us know.
See, without Neese in the game, takes away a little bit of that big size and presence for DePere. They've been relying more on the three-point shot.
South really playing hard on defense and to cover up that three-point line this time.
Stay down. Stay down.
Oh, Ellis with a good save in the corner.
Both teams cheering. Oh, that's a charge.
I think they're going to get a block on Drone.
That's not
and it's
fair.
going to be 2.
Yeah. Both teams cheering that time, Marty. One was good offense possession. One was kind of like the first possession of the game. I guess if DePere comes out with some points here, then they win it.
We got 5:12 left in the first half. Chris Marcel picked up only his first foul. You know, he's got to be really careful. You don't want him to get that second foul this half.
Nope.
Pierre's only 1 for 3 on free throws.
4th rebound for Drone. Nice.
Drone taking it hard to the hoop. He gets fouled on the way. He's going to be at the line shooting the 1-and-1.
Fouls on number 20, Ethan Ho-Ho. Going to the line, number 11, Marcel Drone.
South inching closer to the double bonus. That was foul number 9 on DePere. Well, Chris, he's below his season average now.
Stay down and back.
Yeah, keep your hands down too. Don't be reaching. No,
Walk.
no, travel. No, they're going to call a hold on South.
Fouls on number 20, Nick Larson, first personal, 5th team foul.
Larson for his second personal.
Second personal, excuse me. Checking in for South, number 5, Jake Marver. Number 1, Austin Belt.
Marver and Belt coming in. Krugel and Pedon come out. 3 ball is no good. Govek with good hustle for the rebound. South has their starting lineup on the floor right now. There's 4:20 left in the first half. They're still down by 1. That should not be a personal. Well, I don't know, Chris. Ho-Ho was moving. The biggest thing is it's Drone's second foul.
I agree.
Second personal, 16 foul.
He was by him. He did not dip his shoulder. Oh, and interesting.
Back in for DePere.
Brad Neese coming back in.
They're going to go right at Drone. I would get Drone out of the game. I would get him out. You're still only down by 1. They're going to go right at him. They're going right at him, Marty. Here he comes on a nice screen. They ran that in the first play. Back picked that guy on that zone. Here he goes.
Ellis not doing a lot of moving on the baseline, Chris. He's been pretty, there he goes. Oh, under pressure.
Points, number 22, Ben Baston.
Baston makes 1. Govek provided good pressure, now South throws it away.
Gee.
Baston had another open 3, didn't take it, drove it to the hoop. And Neese close to getting a 3rd foul, Chris. He bumped into Drone on the rebound. There's 3:19 left.
Boy, offensive foul call.
Timeout.
See if
South,
that
30
changes things.
seconds.
Got thrown his second foul.
Timeout.
It was
Just a
17 to
reminder,
16.
concession
Nice comes
stand
back
is
in the
being
game, which
Sponsored
is
by the Botany Club. Botany. They need your support. They need seeds. They need mulch. They need dirt. Support the Botany Club at halftime. Thank you.
6 turnovers, Marty, on South.
If they finish the half with 6, that's pretty good.
Well, I think it's too many because the pace is so slow. You don't get a lot of possessions. So
I agree with you. Good point.
They've only got 11 shots.
Bobby Knight would say, if you can catch the ball and pass the ball, you can be an okay basketball player. And at least 2 of these turnovers have been from not catching the ball.
Right, and it's one of
Larson with a catch and shoot, he couldn't get it. Drone with the nice rebound, takes it right at Nice, couldn't get it in. And Papier comes away with it. Oh, man.
Just feel a little swing going on here.
I agree.
There's just a swing.
Baston, no good. Rebound to Marver.
Somebody's got, it's one of those droughts, Marty. The South droughts. They don't score for a long time.
Govek drives baseline. Shoots, is fouled, and scores.
Fouls on number 2, Jake.
Now you get
Kinzinger.
drawn out.
It was good.
Get drawn out.
3, Josh. Go back.
Get drawn out.
Checking in for Tapir number 1.
You're back within a
Bennett
point.
Spade.
You don't need them to get that third.
Govek finishes off the 3-point play. He has 8 points in the half, and South is down 1. A good feed inside. Drone took a swipe at Nice, missed him, and Nice scores. He's got 6. Yes. That should be a foul on DePeers. Will Dean reaching over the back.
Fouls on number 4, Will Dean. First personal, 10th team foul. To the line, number 20, Nick Larson.
What do we got for Larson on his
Don't
free throw
look.
shooting? Bad. He gets 2. They're in the double bonus. Nice soft touch. Fans that watch that free throw, I mean, he got it nice and high, so it bounced on top the rim. It always gives you a little better chance of making the shot when you get it up in the air. And sometimes they bounce off like that.
Missed free throws and turnovers. And you're only down 2.
Spaeth had an open 3, but passed it up.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
A good double up defense. Larson with the good help underneath forced Nice to throw it out. Shot is off, no good. South gets the rebound. Govek driving hard. He's fouled on the way. He'll be at the line again.
Get Marcel out. Get Marcel out. Get Marcel out.
To the line, number 3, Josh Govek.
Couldn't get the roll. I had a feeling this one's going to swish right through, Chris.
Bingo, baby.
Rolling down to 1 minute left in the first half. It's 22-21, De Pere on top. Nice gets it inside. He couldn't score. He gets it back, and now we get the second foul and a foul on Drone.
The what? The third.
Third.
I asked you,
Number 11,
and asked you,
Drone,
and asked you.
Shooting 2, Brad Neese.
Coming in now is Zach Adams, but it's a foul too late.
With a minute left, you should have.
Checking in
The
for
last
foul
free
number
throws, you
23,
should have done that.
Adams.
When Govic was at the line. Let him sit with a minute left. You know, just make this a change the tide.
Nice only 1 for 2. Oh, they're calling him for a walk.
Oh boy.
Checking it.
Well, Josh, I think, had the right idea, Chris. You know, with a little bit of an open court, take it to the hoop and try to draw another foul or get a three-point play even. We certainly weren't planning on the travel call. Ellis right through the defense and scores.
Mason Ellis.
He has 6 points off the bench. Pardon me, he was one of the starters, my bad. 25 seconds left in the first half, South down 4. Marber had his shot blocked, and Nice comes away with it with 10 seconds left.
Bad, bad, bad. Oh, brother. Just getting.
Very bad end of the first half for the Red Wings.
Foul number 1, Austin Belt. Second personal, 8th team foul. To the
Last
line,
minute
number
here.
11,
Minute
Mason
10 has
Ellis.
been tough.
Checking in, number 20 for De Pere, Ethan Hoho.
Nice comes out with his 2 fouls. He will not pick up his third this half. De Pere is 3 for 6 so far. 3 for 7. And we're at halftime with De Pere on top, 26-21.
De Pere 26, Sheboygan South 21. Please visit the concession.
When you have arthritis, it can be a painful reminder of all the things you can't do. Let's get a grip on arthritis. You can help by donating at arthritis.org.
Some chores you dread. You do them. But that doesn't mean you're happy about it. Then there's registering with the Selective Service. If you're a young man turning 18, the law says you have to register. It'll keep you eligible for college loans, government jobs, and training, and it only takes 2 minutes, which makes it not only your most important chore, but the easiest. When you turn 18, register at sss.gov or the local post office.
Mom and Dad used to argue about everything, especially about Dad's drinking. My family went from totally crazy to quiet, calm, and even peaceful when Mom started going to Al-Anon family groups. I wanted a better relationship with Dad, so I asked Mom if she would take me to her Al-Anon meetings or to Alateen. I'm sure glad I did. Is someone's drinking troubling you? You might be surprised at what you can learn in an Al-Anon or Alateen family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-ALANON or go to Al-Anon.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'm not your charity case.
I am not your excuse to buy a new dress for the annual fundraiser.
I am not the poster child for your big donation.
I am out of debt and in my own home.
I am off opioids.
I'm graduating on time and on my way to a great job.
I am.
I am. We are.
We are.
We are.
What it means to live united.
You're a busy man when you turn 18. But with all you've got going on, don't forget to register with Selective Service. It's the law. It only takes about 2 minutes to register at sss.gov. And you can do it without even looking up from your phone. Just like that. When you turn 18, register at sss.gov.
With mother's finances, I wish we had discussed this sooner.
It's difficult making decisions for Mom. With Dad gone, a lot has changed.
Seeing my parents age, I worry about their financial decisions.
As we age, our ability to make good financial choices decreases. Start the conversation today and plan for the future. Financial resources and tools are available at smartaboutmoney.org, a non-commercial organization focused on your financial success.
The police called after midnight when they caught our son at a drinking party. It was a real wake-up call. A policeman suggested we try Al-Anon family groups. I didn't want to go to a meeting, but I'm glad I did. Are you troubled by someone else's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or go to alanon.org.
4 out of 5 women with ovarian cancer will experience recurrence.
It's often incurable.
Until recently, following chemotherapy, women with recurrent ovarian cancer had to simply watch and wait for their disease to come back.
Well, we say,
not on my watch. Not on my watch. With maintenance therapies, women can delay recurrence.
Awareness of your choices empowers you.
Take an informed and active role. Visit notonmywatch.com.
Nothing hurts my mom, but she showed anyway. We were trained to help others, but there's strength in finding help for yourself too. We're in this together. Even the toughest of us might not know where to go to get a little support.
The VA Women Veterans Call Center connects veterans with personalized information on VA services that can make a difference. Call 1-855-VA-WOMEN or visit www.womenshealth.va.
We've all seen that moment in movie credits that says no animals were harmed in the making of this film. As a film director, I rely on the 8 decades of experience American Humane brings to safeguarding animals on set. They consult on scripts, advise on locations, training, veterinary care, and so much more. As a director, nothing is more important than making sure everyone is safe, and that includes the animals on set as well. And thanks to the passionate people of American Humane, we can.
When you have arthritis, it can be a painful reminder of all the things you can't do. Let's get a grip on arthritis. You can help by donating at arthritis.org.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Hey, we missed you at the game last week. Is everything all right?
I just haven't been feeling like me lately.
You know I'm here for you, right?
That's a cut. Beautiful. Acting is one thing. Talking about suicide in real life is another.
In the military, you take challenges head on.
And now it's your turn to do the same for our veterans.
Be there.
Learn how you can start the conversation at BeThereForVeterans.com.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you.
getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star. I dare you to stand up here. To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher. Think you can change my life? Make me excited about science like you? Have a career that really means something? Then do it. I dare you.
Comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find at smartaboutmoney.org. Smart About Money is a free online resource. We are a non-commercial, non-profit organization dedicated to helping people just like you get information about money. For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you've been looking for. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart about your finances.
There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Back at South High School, getting ready to start second half action. Leading scorer for South was Josh Golbeck with 9. Next in line was Nick Larson with 4. Pretty good balance from DePere. Mason Ellis and Brad Neese each had 7. And Jake Kinzinger had 5 early on. Chris, what do you have?
Well, why don't you tell us what do you got for that free throw thing first for a stat?
DePere finished 2 for 4. And South was a little worse, 8 for 17, under 50%, and that was the difference in the first half, basically, along with the end of the first half, the last minute or so.
Yeah,
South did not play very well.
You know, we talked about last Friday, I believe we were at the Lutheran Christian game, when it was 40 shots for Lutheran, I think, in the first half. South only had with 15. They had 7 turnovers. They shot 40%, but my gosh, you add up those turnovers, you don't have enough possessions
to make up for that.
Right, DePere was 33%, 9 of 27, 3 of 11. The other thing, Josh Golbeck just took 6 shots that whole half. He was 3 of 6, didn't even attempt a 3-point shot. And about from the minute 10, things just went, left of the first half, things just went downhill.
South opening up the second half in a zone. He said, looks like it was a zone. Looks like it's back to man-to-man.
And I would go right at you, betcha.
Neese missed the shot. Marver with the rebound. That was a big one. Golbeck with a pull-up J, no good. Looks like they're in a zone now, Chris.
Yeah. Probably told him that first time down, go and then into our man and then switch back to our zone. No communication there. Harvard's got to tell Drone that he's coming there. Just a second turnover for De Pere.
Oh boy.
That's great for a high school team.
Drone's shot hung on the rim, would not go down. He made a nice move inside. Still a 5-point lead for the Redbirds. And Ellis with the travel. Belt provided the pressure on Ellis, and that caused the turnover. Well, you mentioned it early. The pace was the way South wanted it, but you still got to get more shots. And one way to do that is cut down on the turnovers.
Well, and they've been in a drought. They've been stuck around 18, 20, 21 points for about 7 minutes of game time, at least that long.
Wolbeck had it tipped away by Kinzinger. Another turnover for. And he can't let him go to his left. He's pretty money with that shot. And South throws it out of bounds. Drone was up high to set a screen and then cut down to the basket, and he was open. Trouble is, the ball was out of bounds. And Drone's going to pick up the foul. Good screen underneath by Hohol. Keep Drone from getting to Nice, and when he did, he fouled him.
And that's his fourth.
Nice is a 75% free throw shooter. He's made 2 out of 4 so far. I think that 2 out of 5.
I think you need a timeout, big time. You need a big time timeout and get things figured out.
Marver couldn't get it in. And Kinzinger with the strong rebound. Smallest guy out there.
I'd go right back into him.
Hohol was open inside. They didn't give him the ball. And Nice is not open. They try to throw it to him and turn it over.
Yeah, De Pere was very patient in that first half. They have not been as patient here. But they smell blood in the water.
Interesting that Marcel is has not been brought out, Chris.
You got that right. I'd like to know the last time South scored.
I don't have that information.
I know they were down 21.
They had 21 at halftime.
21-19, or excuse me.
Wolbeck with a pull-up 3. And a timeout.
32nd by South, Marty.
Okay.
You've got to get Drone out of the game, and you've got to really make sure.
I remember the one score. It was 17 for De Pere, 16 for South. One of the South kids made 1 out of 2 free throws. And they had a couple of chances on the free throw line to tie it up, but they never could. And then, you know, how they got the next 4 points, or 5, you know, I just don't remember that, ending the first half.
Well, I know how.
But over the last minute and a half, they didn't do much. South, that is.
I know how the last minute and a half ended up for South. They came down and Govek, you know, did that turnover for a travel, and Larson went into the land of the Giants and didn't get anything, and Marcel picked up his 3rd foul. Now he's got 4, and he's in the game yet. I think that,
backline defense for South seems deep enough, Chris.
yeah, but you know Larson's got it. See, they back screen that. That's just a great play. That's a travel.
Ellis scores. He has 9 points in the ball game.
Averaging just 6. Neese got those 2 fouls right away. He's stuck on 2. I like to put a little pressure on him, get him some foul trouble.
A kick out to Larson.
Not a chance.
Not even close.
Didn't have his feet set.
I think they're going to get Hohol. Ethan Hohol with his second foul.
Oh, there's a lot of contact.
Oh boy, that's going to be his 5th. Looked like a flop. Wish we could get a replay of that.
Even Neese is laughing.
Marcel finishes the night with only 3 points. Chris falls out at 13:05 mark of the second half.
Even Neese was laughing on that one. He made twice, that same official made those offensive foul calls. And, you know, you talk to Jeff Wolf, and he talks about high school big men, how they can't basically do anything. You know, it's automatic. The big guys always get the foul calls. And, you know, that was 2 tough offensive foul calls. I mean, that was a flop. Neese was laughing about it. And should never have gotten to this point with the foul trouble, though. That's the bottom line. But that's no here, no there.
Yeah, I was going to say it's over and done with now. And Zach Adams in the ball game for Drone.
And he's got to get in front.
Well, going right around the defense was Zach Kinzinger. Nice drive. Jake Kinzinger, he has 7.
I know Adams is a sophomore, but you got to know how to play defense. Time you're a varsity, you got to get in front of Neese or he's going to kill you.
There's a body. Kinzinger is going to pick up his 3rd.
Checking in for the tier number 1, Ben Space, number 4, Will Dean, and number 23, Seth Andrews.
You know, I thought Larson might have been a better guy to go on Neese just because of
well, the foul trouble certainly.
Senior and
Marver using his height to score his first points of the ball game. You know, Marcel had a great start to the ball game, getting some rebounds, and I believe he scored a basket early on, and just not able to maintain that.
Oh, he said it in the opening. He's got to stay out of foul trouble.
Brian Winchester calls a 30-second timeout for DePere. You know, it's only a 7-point ball game. It's not that bad, but you got to get a little more on the offensive end.
Right. You know, it reminds me a little bit every time we watch South play. They get themselves down and, you know, they make a basket. You're like, hey. But then you look at the scoreboard and they're down by a bunch of points. You know, they just.
They're not built for quick scores.
And they can't score. I mean, we've talked about it all year. They just don't have a lot of guys making baskets. I mean.
The one thing it does seem like, Chris, is that the games we've seen and the teams that South has played, they always have a guy that can somewhat stay with Govek.
Yep.
I'm not saying they're going to shut him down. Certainly not going to do that. But And if you have no one else that can score and you get a little bit of help from your teammates.
I was double checking my book here and looking at yours. Govek has 3 baskets. The next guy has 1.
Yeah.
Nobody on their team has more than 1 basket besides Josh Govek. And we're at 12 minutes left of the ball game. And
Seven-footer by Josh Govek is no good. He's not had a good night shooting either. He had a couple at the beginning, but
yeah, he's 4 of 10.
I guess that's not so bad, but Spaeth was again open from the three-point line in the corner and didn't take the shot.
But you got to remember that Josh hit his first 2. So get in front.
By Spaeth. Pushes the lead for DePere up to 10. Getting serious now, Chris. Fisher, line drive 3 attempt is no good. Boy, Ellis going right through the defense and draws the foul.
You know, and DePere was in trouble in that first half. You could just see Coach Winchester was concerned and nervous, but you know, you had DePere with foul trouble. You were in the bonus early. You had their 2 big players on the bench with foul trouble, and you just didn't do anything to make free throws and make baskets. And now all of a sudden you can just, like I said before, you can just smell the blood in the water. The confidence level for DePere is so much better. There's not a lot of concern. You know.
1 for 2 trip for Ellis. Does give him 10 points though. Go back. Flyer wouldn't go down for him, but he does draw the foul. He'll be at the line.
Foul number 1, Bennett Spaeth. Going to the line, number 3, Josh Govek.
Josh has not had a real successful night at the line, only making 3 of 5.
Checking in for DePere number 2, Jake.
What can you say?
I know. He's missed
13 free throws all year. He's up to 16. And we get a full timeout. Robert, take us to a commercial break.
Last call on the Honda Elantra. Hopefully you went out there. 298 DY.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
With 9:57 left in the ball game, DePere has built up a 10-point lead, 37-27. We mentioned this earlier, we want to mention it again. Our next basketball game, TV game, will be Tuesday, February 5th, when Green Bay Southwest comes to Sheboygan North for a game. That's for first place in the conference, Chris, I think.
Oh, yeah. And with the goofy schedule, North finishes 6 of their last 7 games. We're at home in the conference.
Another turnover by DePere.
Yeah, what did I say, 1 in the first half?
Krugel leans in and scores his second basket of the ball game.
4 turnovers for De Pere in the second half. But again,
inside out. Shot was wide open, but Belt gets the miss, gets the rebound of the miss. Fisher gets a little more arch on that 3 ball, but he missed it, and we get a foul underneath. White picks up the foul.
23, Zach
Adams picking up the foul.
14. Back in for De Pere, Brad Neese.
Height advantage for De Pere underneath. Neese 6'7".
that's a good job, Lars. Stay right there, Lars. Good job, Lars.
South has been rebounding pretty well. The misses, not many second chance attempts for De Pere. Govek drives it to the hoop and scores.
Oh, they're sneaking back in, Marty.
Yes, they are.
6.
And a timeout, 30-second timeout by the Red Wings. Pardon me, the Red Birds.
Timeout De Pere, 30-second.
We got to keep it going, Chris.
Well, they got to allow 1 and outs, and finally some baskets falling for South.
I don't know, they look taller out on the floor, Chris, but on the sheet they've got Fisher, Adams, Larson, Marver. Marver's the tall one of the group at 6'2", but the others are only 6'1". I don't know, they seem taller to me, but I'll tell you, Neese at 6'7", you know, is, in a sense, towers over any of those guys.
Yep. Well, they do a nice job of screening for him to get him shots, and you know he uses his body to get position.
Yeah, they get that ball from side to side, and Neese will hang out away from the ball once it gets rotated. And then, like you said, he picks up that screen, and he's wide open to get the ball coming towards it. Oh, good hands by Fisher. Govek scores and he's fouled. Oh my.
Fouls on number 1, Bennett Spade.
Josh is heating up.
By number 3, Josh Govek.
Must have hurt us.
For De Pere, Mason Ellis.
Finish a 3-point play, Josh.
No kidding.
Bennett Spaeth picked up his 3rd foul. There's a good shot. Richard Bartson up here giving you that shot. The face shot of Govek was given by Greg Zablocki. Robert Ingram is our director. Chris Wright doing the color. I'm Mike Martin doing the play-by-play.
Have your hands up, boys.
Yeah, even when the teams aren't, we still in the.
Great.
I hope the fans enjoy us. Ho-ho. Adams a little late coming over to help, and Ho-ho will be at the line shooting a pair.
Number 23 is Zach Adams to the line shooting 2, Ethan Ho-ho.
Now we're going to need some help here.
Yes, we are.
There's 1.
We got a screamer in the house. Didn't help. Govek trying to take over the game. Krugel couldn't get it in. Nice pass inside.
Gotta have that. Gotta have that. Nice move right by the basket.
Ellis got the feed inside and scores. Not one of the bigger guys on DePere, but he got it down deep and put it in. Krugel scores. Lars with 6 points. Draws South to within 4 again.
Get in front. Attaboy. Good work there, Zach.
Good ball movement. Spaeth's shot is off, but Bennett with the strong rebound and putback couldn't get it. And he gets his own rebound and he puts it in and he's fouled. Oh my.
Fouls on number 23, Zach Adams. Basket was good by Brad Neese.
May have heard Sim Safford in the background say it was on Adams, his third. And Neese finishes off the 3-point play. It's a 7-point lead again for the Redbirds.
Yep, they had it down to 3 and the ball. And
Krugel's pass is no good. Govek comes away with the loose ball and then he gets fouled out at half court.
Fouls on number 1, Bennett Spaeth, 4th, personal, 15.
Bennett Spaeth has picked up his 4th foul, and I think 3 of those were
checking in for DePere, number 22,
in this half.
Baston.
Ben Baston back in the ball game. Under 6 minutes left in the game. Certainly enough time. Govek with a step back, couldn't get it. And then Bennett gets called for the travel. Looked like he got undercut by Jake Kinziger. That not the call.
7th rebound for Austin Belt. He's 5'10".
Shortest guy of the South starters. DePere in no hurry to shoot the ball either, Chris. Hohol from outside the line, no good. Lars Krugel with a nice rebound. Under 5 minutes. Fisher, shot is blocked, and Adams has it taken away by Ethan Hohol. Just wanted it more, Chris. Wide open 3 is no good. Fisher's going to get called for a rebound foul.
You got to get better position. Sophomore, still learning. Just little things about where you belong on the floor and moving when the ball's in the air. And instead of standing watching the shot go up, move towards a position to get in a box out position and better yourself for a chance for a rebound.
Well, the other problem for South now is they've put DePere at the line. They'll be shooting the rest of the ball game. 4:10 left.
37-34, Marty. And again, you know, this is what happens with teams that are 4 and 9. Just little things.
The ball was tipped away by John Ellis. Govek shot rolls off. I think they got Nice tapping it out of bounds. South will keep it on this end. Under 4 minutes now. The Pier showing quick hands, Chris. Kinzinger doing a good job of hanging on to the ball. And we're back to DePere working the clock. Kinzinger got bumped down on the other end, Chris, and I don't know if he got cut, but they're going to take him out.
Need the trainer.
You can see Jake has that mask on, he probably from some type of a face injury. And they're looking over the court to see where blood may have dripped. Yeah, bloody nose. There you see him. Good shot by Richard. Greg Zablocki giving you that shot. South huddle.
It's tough, Marty. We will them to win. You know.
I know. And
I think we want it. You know, that's why sometimes I think we say stuff and do things. We want our city teams to be successful.
I don't want to say we want it as much as they do, but we certainly do want them to win.
We do will them to win. And
so if South was playing Homestead, what would it be? That would be a tough one for you.
Yeah, oh, that's okay. That's a long time
Well,
ago.
the referee doing a good job of checking the floor for a bloody miss. When we got bloody noses in gym, you know how I clean that up? I didn't call anybody.
I never call. I am the cleanup in the school. Oftentimes when there's people doing things, through the years, you just become that person in the building. We do now have someone that takes care of that a little bit more, but that was my job.
Are you saying that you actually skirt the protocol?
I'm saying even if it's in a different classroom, guess who's called?
Oh, I'm saying I skirted the protocols. Just get a piece of paper and wipe it up and throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, me too. Never mind. I don't wear gloves or bloody noses or anything.
Well, that's why they got paper.
Yeah.
Oh, they found another spot of blood. Put the gloves back on. Get the spritzer. I hope Jake's going to be okay. Usually a bloody nose isn't too serious. South applying the double team, but Ellis dribbles right out of it, and they give it off to Nice, and he scores easily.
Ethan Hoho.
Hoho on the basket.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll give it to him then. Foul on South. I think Lars Krugel is going to get that.
Oh, foul to number 14, Lars Krugel. First personal, 8th team foul. Going to the line.
That was Hohol's first basket, Chris.
Yep, I noticed that too.
Baston hit a three-pointer in the first half. He hasn't been heard from since. Gets a friendly roll on that. Well, not only is South having trouble scoring, but now all of a sudden, De Pere is making their free throws. Another 2-for-2 trip by the Red Wings.
South down to 32% shooting, just 5 of 19 here in the second half.
De Pere's made 8 out of 11 free throws in the second half. Larson with a catch and shoot, and bad miss.
Not helping the cause. Make it 5 of 20 now.
Timeout by De Pere to keep Ellis from losing the ball. There's 2:37 left, and 13-point lead by De Pere. So full timeout. Robert, why don't you take us to a bit of a break here?
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Don't be a Todd.
Yeah. Well, you take away Josh Golbeck, and the rest of the team is just shooting 23% from the floor. So that does not help. Missed free throws tonight in that first half, 8 of 17.
Golbeck's got 18 points. The rest of the team has 18.
Well, only Lars Krugel has more than one basket. Wow.
Johnson trying to hang and score, and threw up a brick.
Can't tell me that's what they wanted to run there.
Golbeck pullback, nails a three. A long three-pointer. Still 2 minutes left.
Yeah, but
can't allow the long possessions.
But again, it was 37 to 34, and now they're at 39. And they had the ball, 37-34.
Oh, Golbeck and Belt go down. And we're going to get a blocking foul on Lars Krugel. De Pere will be at the line again.
Lars Krugel to the line shooting 2, Will Dean.
Will Dean also had a three-pointer in the first half and hasn't been heard from since. Oh, Ho with a push-off, no call. Got the offensive rebound. And Baston gets fouled. He'll be at the line.
Fouls on number 1, Austin Belt. Third personal, 10th team. From the line shooting 2, Ben Baston.
Pere now in the double bonus. Ben Baston making a living at the free throw line. 4 for 4 this half. Golbeck lost it off his body. Ooh. Adams taking a shot to the head.
23, Zach Adams, fourth personal. To the line, shooting 2, Mason Ellis.
In the ball game, Ellis is 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Now has 13 points, tied with Brad Neese for the team lead in points. Govek really forcing the action, Chris, and it's unfortunate that it has to be that way.
And he just gets slapped at and poked at and bumped, and of course not in the bonus yet. They're right to the basket.
Krugel off the glass, and then he has 8 points. That matches Lars's high for the year.
Who touched him? Nobody touched him.
He went down. It looked like he was trying to dunk and didn't even get close. That's Zach Adams' 5th foul. He's out of the ball game too.
5th personal.
It'd be nice to see that one again too, Chris. It looked like he just went to the basket to try and dunk it and didn't get high enough.
Got to the right, and he hit the rim when he was trying to dunk it, which caused him to
fall down.
Checking in for South, number 5, Jake Marvin. To the line, shooting 2, Brad Neese.
You know what I saw? That I was reading that stuff from the WIA. They're talking about having instant replay for football.
Really?
Yep, for high school.
Okay. There was an article that I believe in 2020 the football is going to start with a computerized seating of the teams in each region. What it would do, of course, is eliminate the coaches having to get up and speak for their teams. It would be more. Govek's shot is no good. Neese gets fouled. I feel it'd be a little more fair, I guess, for the teams to do it that way instead of having to go and politic for your team.
I never liked those seating meetings, Marty. It's just a mess. I mean, you go there and, I know, you and one other team from your league goes, and then another conference has 7 guys from their conference, and
you're outnumbered.
Yeah, I know Marty Paulson. He the last 2 years from Fond du Lac. He'd be a lone wolf. He'd be the only team from his conference. It'd be North and South, and then we're going way west to like the Big East and Little 10. The Little 10 would have 4 or 5 teams. I'm like, I liked it when the regional was just our region, and then people said, "Oh yeah, the seating, because what happens if, for example, we'd be North, South, and Manitowoc in our little regional or something, and next thing you know, North and South are ranked 6 and 8 in state. Well, they got beaten. Well, my goal was either you're going to win them all or you're not going to win them all. So, you got to get to state somewhere. You got to play them sometime along the line. Now we go to these seating things, and there's a lot of politicking going on there.
Step back jumper by Marver is no good. Coming in for the first time tonight for South is Zach Trescher, number 22. And Brian Winchester calling a timeout to get Neese out, and brings in big number 42, Kobe Agu. Kobe's a big guy.
Yep.
You want to run into him. 25 seconds left in the ball game.
South scored 41 in the first game.
Agu gets called for the travel instead of getting the basket, and the De Pierce bench jumps up and down.
He's only scored 2 points all year. Let him go.
Fisher, no good. That's another area South has really struggled at three-point shooting, eh, Chris?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Spaeth has it out on top. He's not giving it up. And that's the ball game. De Pere a winner, 55-41. We want to thank the crew for their great work. And for my partner, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you on Tuesday night when Green Bay Southwest comes to North.